Elite athletes look superhuman, right? They seem faster, stronger, more resilient than the rest of us. But here's the truth. They're not superheroes. They're people. And what makes them extraordinary isn't just talent or genetics. It's the habits they practice every single day. The same habits that turned Cristiano Ronaldo into a relentless machine. Kobe Bryant into the Black Mamba, and Serena Williams into the Queen of Tennis. And here, that's the best part. You, Dante, have to be an Olympic champion or a pro athlete to use these habits. They're transferable. They're practical. And if you adopt them, they can change your life too. Today, we're going deep into 5 habits of elite athletes that you can apply right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. These habits are about mindset, discipline, and consistency. The foundations of greatness in any field. Whether you're trying to crush it at work, build your own fitness journey, or just level up your daily life, these are the tools you need. So let's dive in. Habit 1. Relentless discipline. When people talk about greatness, they often talk about talent. But talent without discipline is like a sports car with no fuel. It looks good, but it doesn't go anywhere. What truly separates elite athletes from everyone else is relentless discipline. Take Kobe Bryant. For example, his teammates told countless stories of how he would show up at the gym at 4 a.m. and train 4 hours before practice even started. He wasn't doing this because he felt like it. He did it because discipline was his foundation. He believed that consistency, day after day, was the only path to mastery. Cristiano Ronaldo is another prime example. While others partied after a big win, Ronaldo would head straight back to training. He became famous for being the hardest worker in the room, even when he was already the best, he once said. Talent without working hard is nothing. That's not just a quote. It's a philosophy. And here's the thing. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when your bed feels too comfortable. It's doing that extra rep when you're tired. It's choosing the salad over the burger, not because it's fun, but because it's necessary. For you, discipline could mean setting aside 1 hour a day for your side hustle. It could mean hitting the gym 3 times a week, no matter what. Or even just reading 10 pages of a book every night instead of scrolling aimlessly on your phone. Discipline is like compound interest. The small, consistent investments add up to massive results over time. So the first habit is this. Embrace relentless discipline. Talent gets you noticed. Discipline makes you unstoppable. Habit 2. Mental resilience. Physical strength is impressive, but mental strength, that's the real game changer. Elite athletes don't just train their bodies, they train their minds. Serena Williams is a perfect example of this. Throughout her career, she faced criticism, injuries, and setbacks that would have broken most people. But she always came back stronger. Her ability to refocus, to stay mentally tough under the most intense pressure, is what made her a legend. Michael Jordan, often regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time, missed thousands of shots and lost hundreds of games. But instead of letting failure define him, he used it as fuel. I've failed over and over again in my life, he said. And that is why I succeed. Mental resilience isn't about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and refusing to quit. It's about staying calm when things fall apart. About controlling what you can and letting go of what you can't. For everyday life, this habit is critical. When you face rejection, whether it's in your career or relationships, resilience is what keeps you moving forward. When your project fails, resilience turns it into a lesson instead of a roadblock. Training mental resilience doesn't happen overnight, but you can start small. Practice gratitude when things go wrong. Take a deep breath instead of reacting in anger. Write down lessons when you fail instead of beating yourself up. Each time you do, you're building mental calluses, just like athletes build physical ones. Elite athletes know this truth. The body quits long after the mind does. Train your mind, and you'll unlock a strength you didn't know you had. Habit 3. Mastering recovery. Here's a habit most people ignore. Recovery. We glorify hustle, grind, and pushing limits. But elite athletes know that recovery is where growth actually happens. LeBron James reportedly spends over $1 million a year on his body, massages, cryotherapy, hyperbaric chambers, the works. Why? Because he knows that without recovery, his performance collapses. Usain Bolt, the fastest man alive, didn't just sprint on the track. He prioritized rest, sleep, and proper nutrition. He understood that his body was his engine, and you don't win races with a broken engine. Recovery isn't just physical, it's mental, too. Elite athletes schedule downtime, unplug from the noise, and allow their minds to recharge. For you, mastering recovery means respecting sleep. It means eating food that fuels you, not just fills you. It means taking breaks so you can come back sharper, not burned out. If you're grinding 24/7, thinking it's the way to success, you're actually sabotaging yourself. Imagine your life as a marathon, not a sprint. The best runners pace themselves, hydrate, and rest. That's why they finish strong. Do the same. Schedule your recovery like an athlete, and you'll find that your productivity, creativity, and energy skyrocket. So the third habit is this. Don't just train hard, recover harder. Habit 4. Focus on small wins. When you watch the Olympics or a World Cup final, you see the glory, the medals, the trophies, the highlight reels. What you don't see are the countless small wins that built those moments. Elite athletes understand the power of small wins. Usain Bolt trained for years for a race that lasted under 10 seconds. Every drill, every stretch, every sprint in practice was a small win leading to Olympic gold. Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, built his career on relentless focus on details. The way he studied playbooks, the way he perfected his throws in practice. Those small wins stacked up into 7 Super Bowl rings. Small wins are powerful because they build momentum. They turn overwhelming goals into manageable steps. They give you proof that progress is happening, even if the big prize is still far away. In your own life, this could mean celebrating finishing a chapter of a book instead of waiting to celebrate finishing the whole thing. It could mean acknowledging that you made it to the gym 3 times this week instead of beating yourself up for not losing weight yet. Greatness isn't built in leaps. It's built in inches, repeated over time. The habit here is simple. Focus on small wins and trust that they're stacking up into something extraordinary. Habit 5. Visualization and mindset. The last habit may sound abstract, but it's one of the most powerful. Visualization. Elite athletes use their minds to rehearse victory before it happens. Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympian of all time, famously visualized every detail of his races, from the feel of the water on his skin to the sound of the crowd. When something went wrong in competition, he was prepared because he had already seen it happen in his mind. Muhammad Ali used visualization to see himself winning long before he stepped into the ring. He would declare victory before fights, not just to hype himself up, but because he truly believed in the picture he had built in his mind. Visualization isn't daydreaming. It's mental training. It's building a blueprint in your head so your body can follow. When combined with a positive mindset, it becomes a powerful force. For you, this could mean visualizing your presentation going smoothly before you walk into the boardroom. It could mean seeing yourself crossing the finish line of a marathon, even if you're just starting your training. It could mean imagining yourself confident in situations where you normally doubt yourself. The brain doesn't always distinguish between imagination and reality. If you feed it powerful visions, it prepares your body and emotions to live them out. So the 5th habit is this. Visualize success, fuel it with belief, and let your mindset drive your actions. Conclusion, so let's step back for a second. What do these 5 habits really mean? They show us that greatness is not magic. It's not some mysterious force only given to the chosen few. It's a set of decisions, repeated daily, with ruthless consistency. Kobe Bryant wasn't born as the Black Mamba. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just wake up with 6-pack abs and an unstoppable shot. Serena Williams didn't become a 23-time Grand Slam champion overnight. They all started with small, almost invisible habits. Waking up early, showing up to train when nobody else was watching, repeating drills until their muscles screamed, choosing discipline over comfort. That's the true secret. Elite athletes don't rise because of the big moments, the trophies, the medals, the record-breaking highlights. They rise because of the hundreds, the thousands of small choices they make when nobody is watching. That's what habits are. Invisible to the world, but impossible to ignore when the results show up. And you, Dante, need to stand on a podium or step into a stadium to use these habits. They apply to every single one of us. Whether you're trying to crush a presentation at work, ace your exams, build your fitness, or simply become more confident in your daily life. These habits are the blueprint. Discipline, resilience, recovery, small wins, visualization. Think about it this way. Your life is your sport. Every day, you step into the arena. And while you may never face LeBron James on the court or Serena Williams on the baseline, you face your own challenges. And in those challenges, these habits can make you unstoppable. So remember this. Elite athletes aren't different from you. They're proof of what's possible when you stack the right habits day after day until the world has no choice but to notice. Now it's your turn. Which of these 5 habits are you going to start today? Maybe it's as simple as setting your alarm 30 minutes earlier. Maybe it's writing down 3 wins at the end of your day. Maybe it's shutting down your phone an hour before bed to finally get the recovery your body deserves. Tell us in the comments. Because when you write it down, you're not just sharing, you're committing. And commitment is where transformation starts. If this video gave you a spark, then you're already part of the Mentality series. Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and join a community of people who are learning to think like champions. Because here, we don't just watch legends. We learn from them. And let's be real, hitting subscribe could be the easiest good habit you build today. So don't miss the next story, because greatness leaves clues, and we're here to find them together.